Good morning, Stackers. Here is your weekly market prediction where I give a quick bullish or bearish end of week prediction for my favorite assets, including gold, silver, precious metals. We're talking Satoshis, we're talking stocks, we're talking digital assets, and more with me, Joe Main. Use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. The show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com, and Stormrake, stormrake.com. Get 33% discount for life off full service cryptocurrency brokerage fees when you use my link below. Here is gold on the daily time frame priced in USD. We're talking $3,367 US. Let's pop on the indicators. Great. We're back above 3,355, and as I've been saying to all of you, if you've been watching my videos, hit the big red subscribe button to stay updated and follow me on X as well. While we are above 3,355, I flip like that. While we're below it, I say, look, no new all-time high coming for gold anytime soon, while we're above it, because it's a significant area from this old high and this old low. It's the top end of the zag zone. It's the expected resistance zone that you really need to hold over. And if you take a look on the daily time frame, really, we haven't spent much time closing days over there. And particularly if I show you on the weekly time frame, it's like, well, yeah, a little bit of time, over there, but not a lot. It's mainly been spending time under there. You can see much more data under that level than above that level. So while we're above it now, 3,355, I'm saying new all-time high coming for gold really soon. And I'm talking in a matter of mere weeks, not months and months and months down the track. We're back above it. What we absolutely have to see now is, can we just hold it for any kind of significant period of time? That would be lovely. Back above there. Hold this now, and then I would suggest the next time we test this area, that's probably the one that we take out. Okay, so looking quite good at the moment for gold. We'll do a separate, maybe on the live show, I'll do a separate, what's the next major high that we can find for gold when we break a new all-time high, and at the moment, it's looking good for pretty soon. Okay, just do not break below this uptrend line, and really, as I've been saying, do not break below the bottom end of the zag zone, which is at $3,265 roughly. So far though, so good for gold. So my market prediction for this week is, I'm bullish. I think we will end the week in the green, meaning where we opened at the start of this week, we will close higher than that. So I believe we will close higher than where we opened at. So we opened at $3,371.43 on this particular thing. I think we will close the week above that. I am bullish for this week on gold. Let's take a look at silver. Silver. We know where silver is going in the long term. $50, $100, all that stuff. The short answer for me, I'm going to say bullish for this week. I think we will close higher than where we opened at this week. And the market has just opened. Now, be very careful because what the market can do, and of course, anything I say here, I could be completely wrong as well. We could tank from here, or we could close lower for the week. But do be aware, the first 1 or 2 days, sometimes even 3 days of a week can go in one direction and then it fakes you out and then goes in the opposite direction. So even if we get a couple of days of red, don't assume that we're going to close the week red. I think we'll close the week in the green. We've opened at $38.87. I think we'll close above there. So I think it'll be a green week for silver. Let's take a quick look at the daily though and just see where we are. Is there any indicators that may say, oh, you never know, could be wrong on this? Nothing really suggesting that we're going to definitely head lower this week. I guess we've had a nice few days, so what goes up must come down. But again, the start of the week, you can see, just like, as I said before, you can see, a few days and then it just turns around. So I am bullish for silver for this week. I think it will close green. Okay, looking quite good. Could I be wrong? Yes. Am I dollar cost averaging anyway, or should you be dollar cost averaging? Yes, it's the best way to do it. And over the long term, is silver going much, much higher? Yes. If you haven't seen all my silver videos, I'm not going to bore you with the longer prediction, but it's going higher. Okay. Market go up, market go down, but over the long term, much higher from here. And yeah, green for the week is my humble opinion. I'll do a live show tomorrow. I do a live show on Thursday as well, where I'll take a look at, the progress of what silver is doing and all the other assets. That's silver, green for this week, in my humble, non-financial advice opinion. Let's take a look at platinum. Platinum on the weekly time frame, priced in USD, 1,358. I think platinum will end the week lower. That's my opinion. I'm going to stick with it. Could I be wrong? Yes. I just feel like we've got a little bit more downside to go. Could be completely wrong on this. I'm just using my gut, really, I guess. I'm looking at the technicals too. I just feel like, you really need to see $1,380 broken through. I feel like we haven't dipped enough on platinum. Okay, I'm going to take a look at a couple of ratios for you as well. But just as the main price, I think we can still spend a little bit of time in this best buy zone, this zag zone. Okay, that's somewhere between the top end of 1,320 roughly down to 1,215. I think we could probably come down, just spend a little bit of time down in here, maybe down to like 1,260. Could be completely wrong. It's just my feeling. Now, if I take, well, it's not just based on feeling, it's based on the data as well. But if I show you the platinum to gold ratio and the platinum to silver ratio, again, don't forget, platinum's had a massive move recently versus the other metals. See, if I show you here is platinum versus gold, okay? And with platinum versus gold, we haven't even gone into the we haven't gone into the zag zone from this low and this high. So to give you an example, let me go show you there just as the comparison. Where are we? I'll show you here very quickly. So here is, right, it's gone into the best buy zone, but if I get rid of that, it hasn't with this one. Now, my Fibonacci levels that I'm choosing might be a little bit different, so sure, could platinum continue to outperform gold and silver this week? It could do. I just don't think it will. I think it's got a little bit of more room to move down. So I do think, on balance of probability, that's platinum versus gold. That's platinum versus silver. Slightly different with platinum versus silver. It's actually now in the best buy zone, but I do still think we just have a bit more of ways to go. Okay, again, bear in mind, all three metals could be going up in dollar value. It's just, silver and gold are outperforming platinum. I think that will continue to be. So I'm going to remain bearish for the week. I think we will close lower. And if I'm wrong, I'm happy to be wrong, but bare minimum, I think we'll at least get another test of here at around about that 13.15, 13.20 kind of mark. I'm just thinking we head into there for a bit. So I'm gonna stick with it. Could I be wrong? Yes. Yeah, but on balance of probability, this is the weekly time frame. I think we close this week lower. So we've opened at 1,358 US dollars. I think we'll close the week below there. That's my humble opinion. I am bearish on platinum just for this week. Over the longer term, we're looking fantastic. Cool. Let's take a look at copper very quickly. Here is copper on the weekly time frame, price in USD, $4.53 roughly. I'm going to stay neutral on copper. I don't know. Nothing's telling me 100%, not 100%. Nothing's telling me either way. Oh, we're going to close. This is basically a guess for me. So I'm going to remain neutral on copper. I don't know. Over the longer term, copper's had this massive move down from $6 down to that area, that $4.40, $4.50 area. We've been hovering around there for the last few weeks. Look at this, 1, 2, 3. We're in the fourth week of just ranging between like 15 cents. It's like, come on, man, do something. Poke it with a stick meme style. But I think that it's at a pretty good bottoming area. Over the longer term, I see copper going much higher from here. I'm going to remain neutral. However, what would turn me bullish would be if I look at, say, the COPX, the Global Copper Miners Index. That might be the canary in the coal mine. So if I show you that very quickly, here is COPX. Now, here's the difference. Okay, I'll tell you right now, I am bullish for the week on the COPX. Okay, COPX listed on the New York Stock Exchange. I think it will close higher than it opens this week. Now, bear in mind, it hasn't opened this week yet because it's on the New York Stock Exchange, time differences and all that. But have a look at the COPX, Global Copper Miners Index. Okay, it's looking very juicy in my humble opinion. I think we're going to break the all-time high pretty soon. It's looking quite nice. Of course, you're going to got to get over that little level there of $53.20. But yeah, I think it's onwards and upwards for the copper miners index. That could be the canary in the coal mine. So if in the next 24, 36 hours, we have the COPX opening and then looking really bullish for the week, then that might push the copper price up. So, but I will remain neutral on copper for the moment. So that is the precious metals. Let's take a quick look at the general stock market. I want the SPX, don't you know? Here is the S&P 500 on the weekly time frame. On balance of probability, I'm going to say I'm bullish for a weekly close higher at the end of this trading week for the SPX. Look at it, it's just making successive higher highs and higher lows. That's a lovely green close for last week. I think it'll close in the green. So yeah, again, just like everything else, you might have a few days where we fake people out, but I think it'll close in the green. Bullish for the SPX for the end of this week. Could I be wrong? Yes. Now, just like if you're following and if you're a part of the Mastering the Markets Academy, okay, and I'll show you that in just a second, of which, as you know, I'm doing their year-long comprehensive course to be a full-on trader, okay, learning lots. I do a What I Learned This Week section on my live show on Thursdays, so check that out. But if everyone watched the weekly market scan from yesterday, Sunday evening, David, aka ASX Trader, was talking about now, and I would agree now because I'm learning much more about trading and technical analysis, etc. That's a big kicker right there at this little pivot point right there. It's around about 6,340, 6,350. If you start closing days back below there, that is a bearish change of market structure, and that would not be good. Okay, so it's good that we've posted that. So we've made a higher high, we've made the higher low, we're almost about to make a higher high, but if that ticks over now, okay, if that ticks over and starts closing days below there, get out of basically US denominated stocks. Not every single one, but you'd just want to be very careful. The general stock market wouldn't be looking good if you start closing below there, okay? But because we are nowhere near there and we had a green week last week, I think we close in the green for the SPX for this week. That's my market prediction for this week. We close in the green, just don't want to close below there. Cool. NDX, the NASDAQ, I will say the similar thing. Okay. Oh, actually, I should wait before I should wait to see the chart before I talk. Yeah, okay. That's a good question. Because the general stock market, I'm going to say I think it'll close in the green for this week. Yeah, okay. It's a little bit of a different look though, isn't it? Look at that between that. That is a little bit different. So then what you'd want to do very quickly, and I don't think I have this in. Let me just double check my ratios. I want to check the NASDAQ to the SPX ratio, and do I even have one? No, I don't. So give me 1 second. NDX, you can see this on the fly, /SPX. Okay, let's do that one. Let's take the, okay, interesting. So this is the NASDAQ to SPX ratio. Okay, so as this number goes up, the NASDAQ is outperforming the S&P 500. As it goes down, it's underperforming. Makes sense? Good. This is interesting. So if I have a look at this on the daily time frame, we have bearish divergence, which has been playing out. Okay, so you can see here, higher high on the ratio, lower high, very clear bearish divergence. Again, both of the numbers could be going up, okay, but one's outperforming the other. The S&P 500 is outperforming the NASDAQ. And let's see, we're on the daily time frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We might be coming to the end of it, okay, but okay. If I go back to the weekly, I don't like the weekly. That's not fantastic. I mean, we've found support here. I'm going to stay neutral on the NASDAQ. I don't know. It's not giving me definite lows or definite highs. And I'm not going to be that moon boy or doom boy when I don't know. I'm going to tell you I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. NDX. In general, though, what you're going to say is that in the fiat dollar price, if one I'm bullish on, so I'm bullish on the SPX for the week, you probably kind of have to be bullish on the NASDAQ for the week that we close higher. But honestly, I'm going to stay neutral on the NASDAQ. Okay, let's get to Bitcoin. We'll do the general others, and then I'll do individual crypto on the X channel. Okay, so if you have any chart requests, let me know. I'll do that on the X account, x.com/itsjoemain. Here is Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, priced in USD 113,585. Okay, let's see where we're sitting. I don't like that. That's not great. Remember how we had this again? This is on the weekly time frame. Look, here's the positive on the weekly. We have not gone below, and we have not closed the week yet. Not that we might, but we haven't closed the week below that $108,000 level. We have spiked down to the 500, the Fib 500 at the $111,000 mark from this low and this high. Yeah, I'm going to remain. Well, I'll come back to that. I'm gonna have a look at the others chart as well, then I'll tell you about Bitcoin as well. But let me have a look at the daily. Daily, okay, good question. Do I have to remain neutral? Here's the monthly time frame. Let's get rid of all the flotsam and jetsam and let's do the monthly for a second. Ooh, okay. We have got another 6 days until the close of the month. Yeah, you could have a move back up. You could close in the green. You know, strange. Bitcoin is very volatile, so it can have a big move. I'm going to say for the week, I'm going to say bullish for this week. I think we'll end bullish. So again, we might have a couple of days where we have some lower prices, okay, to fake people out. I think, I'm going to say we're going to end in the green. So I'm going to say it's slightly bullish for the end of this week, because I think everything else is almost everything else. Say, for example, the S&P 500, precious metals, etc. I'm going to say bullish for the end of the week. That could bite me in the bum. I should really remain neutral, but I'm going to say slightly bullish for the week. So where we haven't opened the new day just yet, that actually opens in about half an hour, okay, on UTC time. So I'm going to say it's going to be a green week for this week. Okay, bullish for Bitcoin. That's my opinion. Really need to clear that all-time high. Okay, got to clear 125,000, and we really need to clear on the daily time frame. Got to clear that 120,000. Actually, technically, right there at about 117,000. Got to start clearing over that level right there, and then we'll talk higher prices. But okay, bullish for the week. I'll give it that. That'll be the one that everyone posts in the comments. You were so wrong, man. Here is others on the daily time frame, priced in USD, priced in a market cap. Sorry, it is a $306 billion market cap. Man, I might have to stay neutral for others. I'm really unsure. If I show you on the hourly time frame, here's what I don't like. Okay, this was really annoying, and it had to do it to us, didn't it? Let me get rid of this for you, and I'll keep the RSI there. Here's what it was doing. Okay, if I show you the replay, here's where replay isn't available for this current symbol. Oh, okay, thanks. All right, no problem. Don't know why you won't let me do it. If I show you here, here's where we were. Okay, we'd bounced off the zag zones for so significant low, significant high. We got into the green zone, okay, the zag zone. We bounced off the 0.382. That's a good sign. What we needed to do was see it break back above and hold above 310 billion bare minimum. We'd gone into, if you can see down here, well, the little thing's right in the way, we'd hit the bottom end of the normal zone on the relative strength index. So what I wanted to see was it break the 310 and hold above it. Unfortunately, what we've done, you sneaky little bugger. So on the hourly time frame, others, the general altcoin market minus the top 10, posted a higher high. Okay, great, but it was a big spike, and I don't like that big spike. And what it's done now is it's created, at least on the hourly time frame, it's created some bearish divergence. Like, did it have to go and do that? Could it not have closed and sort of spiked to there? That would have been good. Okay, that's fine. spike to there, have a little bit of a retrace, but it had to make a higher high. Now, because it's made a higher high on the hourly time frame, it's made a lower high on the relative strength index, which indicates some bearish divergence, at least on the hourly time frame. It just had to do that, didn't it? Just had to fake some people out, grab some liquidity here. So some people here went short on Bitcoin. So they've placed a bet that Bitcoin was going to continue to go down. Now, in order to go short, you have to borrow money, and you have to have a very tight stop loss, meaning if it starts creeping back above, so you're betting that the price is going to go down. So if it starts going up, you're like, oh, I'm starting to lose. I need to have a stop loss. I don't want to just, if it continues, I just lose all my money. So you have to put a stop loss somewhere above where you shorted it. So what that means is people put their stop losses just around about this general area here. And look what the price did. What crypto exchanges love to do on purpose to grab your money, because that's what they do, is they go, really, you think I'm going to pay out your massive short that you placed up here, and I'm going to pay out down this area, and you haven't taken profits yet? Great, cool. I'm going to stop you out and do that, and then the price is going to continue lower. So you break significant support or resistance for one of two reasons. You break out to continue the trend, or you break out to grab the liquidity, grab people's stop losses, and then the trend continues down. That's what I don't like about this spike. It's annoying me, okay? Really shouldn't have done that. Well, it shouldn't have. I mean, I really didn't want it to do that. I don't like it. So bearish divergence on the hourly time frame. I think I have to kind of, it's interesting. I'm going to remain neutral for others, okay? So this week, Bitcoin could close in the green for the week. I'm not sure about the altcoin market, okay? Unsure. If I take a look on the weekly time frame, yeah, I don't like these big spikes, okay? Don't like the big spikes. We've got to really, like, in the next 25 minutes when the new day, the new week opens, if in the next 25 minutes we rocket up to past about 312 billion, close somewhere to the top here at 313, 314 billion, I'll go, oh, okay, I'll change my tune, but I don't think that's going to happen in the next 25 minutes. I don't like that spike. We could go either way. So neutral is my weekly forecast. I don't know. I can't give it to you. Sorry about that. And of course, I go live on Tuesdays. I do content on Wednesday. I go live on Thursdays as well. I do content on Friday. So I'll just keep you updated. If something massively changes by tomorrow on the live show, then I'll just tell you, oh, okay, now we're onwards and upwards from here. Just can't say it right now. Cool. Neutral for others. That is my opinion. Let me quickly double check my opinion on that. Yeah, here is the Bitcoin dominance. You want, if you hold altcoins, you want the Bitcoin dominance to absolutely tank. You want to... Okay, we had been talking about this 57% level. Yeah, we're nearly there. Okay, if on the daily time frame, I should say, is there any bullish divergence playing out on the daily time frame? You don't want, as an altcoin holder, you don't want number to go up. Okay, you want number to go down. There is bullish divergence playing out, okay? You don't want that as an altcoin holder. Lower low, higher low. Now, here's the thing, though. We haven't pivoted yet. We haven't formed a definite low just yet, okay? So this could creep lower down to that 57%. I think that 57% area is a big area to watch out for. Big area of resistance previously. That's on the daily time frame. If I show you on the weekly, get rid of you. On the weekly, look at this. We're right there. Big spike down, support, massive support. It became resistance here. It was support here. You'll find probably a bounce there at least of that 57% area. But bear in mind, people might want to front run that. So yeah, I just have to stay neutral for the moment for altcoins. Okay, unsure at this stage. And of course, when you are ready to purchase your favorite assets If that's precious metals you want to buy from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, the best bullion dealer in all of Australia. I'm not joking when I say that. I've worked for 3 major bullion dealers in Australia. I know what I'm talking about. These are the guys that give you free shipping when you have 20 or more items in your shopping cart. So it's not a dollar value, it's a quantity value. Just go to perthbullion.com.au, play around with the shopping cart, and eventually you'll see, there's the free shipping option that came up. Sign on delivery, express delivery, fully insured, except you don't pay for it like you do with every other bullion dealer in Australia. Come on, man. perthbullion.com.au. When you're ready to become a better trader, of which, as you know, I'm doing the year-long comprehensive course through Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com. Check out their courses. Their next one starts in 50 days, 49 days. I think that's going to be the 10-week foundational course. Okay, just check it out. Go to masteringthemarkets.com. Check out the 2 courses, the 10-week course and the year-long course. You might find it very interesting. But if you don't want to do a course, at least join the Mastering the Markets Academy. Okay, it's free to join. You'll get all their freely listed stuff, but then they have the paid subscription, which is the real secret alpha, secret sauce, blah, 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 all that great stuff, okay? All that clickbaity stuff. You really want to at least have a free account at masteringthemarkets.com Academy, okay, academy.masteringthemarkets.com. Then that'll wet your whistle. I'm sure you're going to want to join up for a paid subscription. It's highly worth it, okay? And of course, when you're ready to buy cryptocurrency, I think you should buy through stormrake.com. Why? They're a full-service cryptocurrency brokerage. They do it all for you. They can also hold the crypto for you. They can do full custody, or they can just send it to your nominated address if you want to do self-custody yourself, of course. But full-service cryptocurrency brokerage, that's great for crypto natives because you just couldn't be bothered anymore. Also, you want access to deep liquidity, okay? When you want to buy lots of crypto, you don't want the price to go you don't want to have to spend months and months averaging in your prices as well. If you've got a whole bunch to do in one go, you really should consider stormrake.com. Very deep liquidity. So you can get the crypto you want at the price you want, and it doesn't jack up the price because you're buying a lot of it. Okay, does that make sense? Good. Plus, guess what? No hidden fees. They do charge a fee because they need to make money. There's no hidden fees. Now, a lot of my crypto natives will understand what I mean by hidden spread fees. Okay, if you go to Coinbase, for example, Coinbase might, the Bitcoin price might be $120,000, but Coinbase is selling it to you for $120,500, all right? There's a spread, okay? There's a spread when you're buying, there's a spread when you're selling, okay? And you don't know what that spread is going to be. They don't tell you, okay? Now, I'm not putting Coinbase on the spot. I'm just saying in general, okay? So don't sue me, Coinbase, all right? You might advertise your spreads, but I don't know where to find them, okay? The deal with stormrake.com is there's no hidden spread fees. You're buying at the spot price, at the market price of Bitcoin. No little hidden things, okay? Now, they do charge a fee. The fee is 3%. That's a great deal. Full service cryptocurrency brokerage for 3%. Brokerage fee, amazing. However, even better, get a 33% discount when you sign up with my link. I'll put the link somewhere. You can type this in the address bar of your favorite browser, that bit.ly/GMS Stormrake. Sign up, not 3%, 2% for the lifetime of the account. Now, as a crypto native, you really want a Stormrake account. As someone who is trying to wake up your friends and family, or if you're just learning about Bitcoin and crypto, okay, and you don't want to do it yourself, you don't want to deal with exchanges and this, that, and the other, and hidden spread fees and all that, you should sign up, or you should tell your friends and family to sign up for a stormrake.com account using my link, 2% brokerage fees for the life of the account. That is stormrake.com. Absolutely amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been my first, as part of this new format, my weekly market prediction. Will I be right by the end of the week? I'll take a look. Let's see. I'll go live on Tuesday, on Thursday. Let's see what the markets are doing. And again, I'll do some individual crypto if you want me to. Go to x.com/itsjoemain. Give me some chart requests and I'll do some individual ones, and I'll be updating some of my individual favorite cryptos as well. I'll keep you updated. Hit the big red subscribe button, follow me, and let's do a final synchronized slurp. We do it normally at the start of the show. We didn't do it. We'll do it at the end. What I do is I enjoy my tasty beverage. You enjoy your tasty beverage. We slurp them synchronously together. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Good stuff, people. Thanks for watching my weekly market prediction. Let's see how we go. Hey, my name is Joe Main. Follow me, subscribe, all that good stuff. Stay safe, stay informed. Keep stacking whatever you're stacking, and I will see you soon. Bye.